It's Nate back at it again with another video. Today we got truck talks, and today's topic is law of attraction, law of vibration, and I'm gonna show you how you use this to make you rich, because this is ultimately what determines your entire life. This is what determines your income, your family, your friends, what happens to you, what jobs you get, like literally everything. It's determined by vibrations and frequencies, and I know I probably sound like a mad scientist who lost my mind, but this is just the way it works, right? So in my opinion, or what I like to say, is the laws are always working. If you choose not to use them, they're probably working against you. But no matter what, they're always working. So if you don't have an understanding of the laws, if you don't know what is constantly happening and what determines every outcome in your life, then you're probably not going to be using them to your advantage. You're probably not going to be using them to the best benefit possible. So in this video, I'm going to go over, law of vibration, law of attraction, and how you can use it to your advantage, and how it ultimately controls your entire life. So the world operates by law, right? Perfectly and orderly. So it's like the law of gravity. You throw the pencil up, it's going to fall down every time, right? You don't doubt that. Well, it's the same way. All these laws work the same way. By law means that it happens 100% of the time. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, it's always happening. It's always working. So law of vibration states that everything vibrates, nothing rests, right? So no matter what it is, no matter what you're talking about, it's vibrating. And it's vibrating probably so fast you can't see it. And it's create or disintegrate, right? So it's either growing or it's disintegrating. So fruit, right? You get it and it's all nice and ripe, and then eventually it disintegrates and it starts going bad. It starts shriveling up. It might get spots, whatever it is. And then eventually, you throw it away. But if you were to keep it there, it would eventually disintegrate. And I don't like to use this example, but it's the same as a human body, right? If you were to open the old caskets or the coffins or whatever, they're not going to be full people, right? They're disintegrating. And so that's the way everything works. So if you're not creating, you're disintegrating. If you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. But that's not the main point of this video. That's actually off topic. So the main point of this video is law of vibration, law of attraction. And so that is what the law of vibration is, right? It just means that everything vibrates. That's all that means. Everything vibrates, nothing rests. But because everything's vibrating, that allows you to be on the same frequency as whatever it is you want. So here's the best way I can put it into perspective. If you turn on the radio, right, you have different channels. So say you go into an empty room and you bring a radio and you tune it onto a channel and it'll play some music, right? And then you change it to a different channel and you'll play some different music. And you'll change it again and you'll play some different music. You aren't creating that music. You're simply tuning into that music, right? The music's already there. It's already in the room, but you have to be on the frequency that it's on to be able to hear it, right? You have to put the radio on that frequency. Well, this is how your life works. This is how your thoughts work. This is what determines your thoughts, is the frequency that you are thinking on. So I'm just going to relate it to money, because all my videos are related to money, because it's the easiest way to relate it. So if you are someone who makes $10,000 a month, right, you are thinking thoughts of someone who makes $10,000 a month. That is why you make $10,000 a month, because your thoughts create your actions, which determines your results. So if you're making 10K a month, it's because that's the way you see yourself. It's because that's the way you think. And ultimately, you are attracting everything you need to attract to make that happen. So let me explain how you can use this to your advantage. You can set that number to any number you want. You can set it to 100K a month, $1 million a month, 100 million a month. I mean, obviously, you go to 100 million, it's a little crazy, but 100K a month, $1 million a month even, it's possible, right? Because when you're on the frequency of 100 million a month, or 100K a month, or 10,000 a month, you are attracting what is on that frequency, just like the radio, right? So the thoughts of how to get to 100K a month are on the frequency of someone who thinks of $100,000 a month. The same way the radio, you turn on your favorite channel, it plays a song you want to hear, right? So if you are tuning yourself, tuning your mind to whatever income goal you want, you are now going to be on that frequency, right? Because all the knowledge, everything is already here. Creation is finished, right? So all the knowledge that you need to get to where you want to go is already here. So what does that mean? It means you just have to tap into it. You don't have to create it. You don't have to try and create something new. You just have to tap into what is already here, right? So how do you tap into these things? Well, first you need to figure out what you want. Second, you need to think about it all the time. You need to pound it into your mind, because here's the best way you could even just try it, is close your eyes and just think about your favorite vacation you've ever been on, right? Wherever it was. Just think about the favorite moment of that vacation, whether it's getting off the plane or whatever it may be. Okay, and now look around and see all the, the scenes and how beautiful it is and how much fun you had on the trip and jumping in the ocean, whatever it is, right? You start to get excited, you start to get happy. That's why when people look back at the old memories, you start to feel excited, you start to feel happy, and you want to go back because you're putting yourself in the frequency of someone who's there, which makes you sad that you're not there. So it's the same way, right? So you need to figure out what you want. So say it's $100K a month. Now you need to hold this image of your mind of someone who makes $100K a month, and you need to convince your mind that you are making $100K a month, because you will be operating on that frequency, so you will attract everything you need to attract in order to make that happen. Now, I don't know, what I can't tell you is how long it will take, because there's a law of gestation, right? Everything takes time. You don't plant a seed and it's already fully grown the next day, right? So your thoughts operate the same way, because although they are a spiritual thing, they are not a physical thing. Your thoughts are not physical. They move into form in the physical world. They operate by the same laws as the physical world. So give me 1 second. I have to get over right now, and this is really stressful. So basically, sorry, I'm just trying to have empty words right here. So I forgot where I was, but ultimately you need to tap into the frequency of whatever you want, okay? Because your thoughts are okay, scratch all this. The good that you desire is already here. The way for you to get what you want is already here. The life you want to live is already here. The version of you living the life you want to live is already here. Everything already exists. You're not creating anything new, you're tapping into it, right? So how do you tap into it? You tune into it. So you need to tune into it just like a radio. So how do you tune into it? You need to reprogram your mind. How do you reprogram your mind? You have to hold the image in your mind of what you desire. Hold the image of your mind of the life that you want to live, because the more you think about it, the more you hold this image in your mind using your will, you will start to move in that direction, because thoughts are energy and thoughts are always moving into form. They have to clothe themselves in the physical world. So if you're holding a thought in your mind, it must clothe itself in the physical world. So whatever image it is, whatever you want, it doesn't have to be money, but I'm using money for my example. So if you want 100K a month, you need to see yourself making 100K a month. You need to think about every little detail. If you were making 100K a month, how would you feel? What would, how would you talk? How would you walk? What would your attitude be? How would you feel? A little bit more relieved? Would you feel less stressed? Would you feel more excited? You need to think about everything. You need to see, where would you live? What would you be doing to make this money? And you may think when you start, right? When I started this whole journey, I thought I was going to make 100K a month through my marketing business. I thought I was going to do a digital marketing business. Well, looky here. I am not doing any of that. I'm on a complete opposite side. I'm completely invested in swing trading. I'm doing social media. I'm building a personal brand, and I'm doing one-on-one coaching to make other people profitable traders. That's nothing like what I started, right? Because I was setting these goals when I was still on my other frequency. I wasn't on the 100K frequency yet. So you have to figure out what you want, and the way you think you're going to get there is probably about a 2% chance that's actually how you get there. Because right now, the way you think is not the way you need to think to get to 100K a month or your dream income, or else you'd already be there, right? Because if your thoughts take you where you are. So, like I said, you got to create a picture in your mind of exactly the life you want to live, and you have to hold that in your mind all day long. You got to think about it. It's weird at first, right? You have to use your will. You have to constantly remind yourself to think about it and just start picturing it, right? Your eyes don't have to be shut. Like I do it while I'm working. You just picture all day long. Think about your life. Think about you getting in your dream car. Think about you going down to the beach, to chill on the beach because you live at the beach, or you hop on your computer and you're up $10,000 on the day. You just go over these situations and you will feel your vibration raise. You will feel the excitement. You will get nervous. You will feel these emotions because your body doesn't know what's going on because it's unfamiliar. That's how you know it's working. That's how you know you are on a different frequency, a new frequency. Because ultimately, I can tell you this because it works the other way, right? When you are nervous for something, it is because you're holding an image in your mind of something that you are afraid of going wrong. You're afraid of what could happen or how it could turn out. So this is the same way, but for the good, right? So you're going to get nervous because you're on an unfamiliar vibration, but it's a good nervous because let that be your sign that it's actually working. Let that be your sign that your mind is actually on that vibration. And that is probably the most important thing I could ever tell you. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's a matter of how much you can hold how much time you spend thinking about where you want to go. Because as you think, you travel. So the more time you spend thinking about where you want to go and feeling those emotions, the faster you'll get there, the faster you'll move in that direction. And that's just what it comes down to. So if you are mindlessly scrolling on your phone all day long and not ever thinking about where you want to go, you're never going to get there. You're never going to move. You're going to be in the same exact spot all the time. But if you are constantly, instead of picking up your phone, pick up your thoughts and start thinking about where you want to go, start thinking about the life you're going to live, get excited. It's fun. It's really fun because it feels real. Get excited about where you're going because it's already done. It's already done. You're not striving for something new. You're just tapping into it. It's already done. It's already here. So just tune into it. Feel the excitement that it's already coming your way. Feel the excitement that you are on a new path and you are about to achieve great things. And tell yourself it's already done, right? You're not trying to, it's not going to come through hard work. And I'm not saying that you don't have to work hard. I'm not saying that you're not going to have to take actions. I'm not saying it's going to be easy at all whatsoever. That is the complete opposite of the truth. But what I'm saying is harder work is not the answer. More of what you're already doing is not the answer. Okay? I tried that and I made more money, but I had no time. I had zero time. All I did was work. I had a month. I hit my profit goal. Guess what? Woohoo, I made how much I wanted, but guess what? I didn't have a single minute to enjoy my life. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? You have to work more to make more? No, that is not the way it has to go. And these people are looking at me. It's pretty funny. I think they're doing a drug deal. But ultimately, you just got to hold the image in your mind. It's all up to you. The speed at which your desires come true is up to you. It's all in your hands. It's a matter of how long you can spend holding the image in your mind. And I'm going to end this here because I don't want this to be a huge rant, but I genuinely think you should rewatch this video probably 100 times and try to get this pounded into your mind, because it is the most important thing you'll ever learn, is the law of attraction, law of vibration. Because if you're not on the frequency of the good you desire, you're never going to get it. So you have to tap into it. You have to become before you have, right? You have to give before you receive. It's the same thing. So you have to be a millionaire before you have $1 million, and then you'll attract everything you need to attract to get there, right? I wanted to make 100K a month. I was not making anywhere close to that, and I have attracted everything I need to attract, and now I'm on path to get there. Do I know exactly when I'm going to get there? No, but I could tell you without a doubt in my mind that I'm going to be there within the next 12 to 24 months. Within the next year or two, I will 100% be there. Maybe not 100K every month, but I will hit 100K a month in the next year. I guarantee it. And that's by faith, right? It's because I have confidence and I know by law that any image I hold in my mind will move into form. So it's not a matter, it's never a question of if you're going to hit it, it's when. And so you can't control the timing, right? It's God's timing. God's timing is perfect timing. And he'll probably blow you away. It'll probably move way faster than you ever imagined. So just hold the image in your mind and understand that it's going to come when it's meant to come, right? It may not happen on your timing. It may be slower than you think, but it's going to come. But you can't give up, because that's why everyone fails, because everyone gives up after they don't, manifest their desires in 10 minutes. Go to sleep listening to some affirmation and wake up to a lottery winner the next day. That's not how it works, right? That's not how it works. So it takes time. It takes a lot of time, because think about it. You are reprogramming years and years and years of programming that has gone into your mind. It is not going to happen overnight, but I guarantee you this will change your life forever. It's changed my life forever. I'm not going down anywhere near the same path I was going down 3 months ago. I changed my entire direction of my life in 30 days. I will say that. I wasn't making 100K a month after 30 days, but my direction of my life was the complete opposite direction after 30 days of understanding this material and actually diving into it, figuring out what I wanted and moving that direction. I changed every part of my life. And in the next year, I'm going to be living a whole different life. I'm going to be living in a different city. I'm going to be driving different cars. I'm going to be making different money. I'm going to be making more money. I'm going to be mentoring people. I'm going to be living a whole different life than I'm living now. And I confidently can say that on camera, because I 100% have faith in that. And I'm going to watch this video back and be like, see, I knew it. And it's not cocky or egotistical, guys. You have to have faith in yourself, have faith in God, and by law, through understanding, you'll understand that it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And through faith, as you build your faith, that is what connects you to your desire. So if you are 100% confident you're going to achieve whatever you set out to achieve, it's already on its way. It's already coming. It's going to happen so fast, you're not going to be able to blink. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm going to end this here, but if you have any video recommendations or topics, please let me know. I'm here to, I want to help you guys out. I want to talk about what you guys actually want to hear. So let me know, and we'll be back tomorrow with another video.